Be in the know. Listen to Sarah No Name, Allison 97.3.
Half-assed news.
This is a miracle story, Sarah.
Okay, miracle story. Bring it on.
Man. Shannon Malloy, 30 years old, out of Denver, Colorado. Oh, no. I guess she was in this crazy car crash, and basically what happened is she got thrown up against the vehicle's dashboard, and her skull became separated from her spine. And they say no one ever survives this. It's I guess a clinical term for a condition is called internal decapitation.
Oh.
And they basically she was decapitated,
right.
But her neck, the tissue in her neck basically kept her head from getting ripped off.
Right.
But they describe one thing in this article that is just so like over the top. They start they basically put a halo on her head, and they said like when they were putting in the screws, they were attaching each screw. Every time she put one screw, her skull would slip off her neck. Every time they put a screw in, like her neck would go, kind of move over.
Oh.
Ow!
That is so gnarly.
Ow! My point is like, couldn't they just put like the picture of her before the accident?
Yeah.
They gotta sit there and like show her all cross-eyed and all like,
ah! She doesn't look good in that picture.
She doesn't sound good either.
ah!
Oh, is this her talking about it?
Turn it up, everyone. Just listen to this piece of audio.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
A car crash January 25th on a Nebraska road dealt such a powerful blow that her head dislocated from her spine. The clinical term for her condition, internal decapitation.
That's what I just said.
I wasn't focused so much on the pain. I just kept thinking, I have to stay alive. My skull slipped off of my neck.
Getting exhausted just listening to her talk.
Swallow.
Like, I'm sorry.
Damage to my eyes so they cross.
Doctors are working.
Time out. I mean,
there's still a minute left.
Time out. If you're the reporter, don't you say, listen, you can take your time answering this question. You don't need to talk in complete sentences.
Nerve damage to my eyes so they cross.
Oh, it made her cross-eyed? The accident made her
damage to my eyes so they cross.
Doctors are working.
I totally crossed.
You know, my thing is like I just think about this lady, 30 years old. It's probably like, coming back from a party on
She's
a Friday
30?
night.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Is she hot? Is she hot?
I bet she
Not
was.
anymore.
I bet she was until her neck got internally decapitated.
She looks like she's like 65 years old in that picture.
But can you imagine that? Like, you wake up and all of a sudden like you're cross-eyed and you're like, hi, it's No Name. It's the Half-Ass News. Imagine having sex with her. You're like, is she getting into it or is she just trying to stay alive? Could you please get off me?
Eyes really crossed.
I'm hyperventilating. Oh my God. Are we going to hell right now?
Well, yeah.
Half-assed news.
6th grade students were on like a class trip or whatever, and the teachers thought it'd be a good idea to do a little mock gun attack on the group. So I guess staff members of this Tennessee school staged this gun attack on the students, telling them it was not a drill. So all these kids start freaking out. I mean, they start breaking down. They're screaming. They're crying. They're jumping under tables. They're running for their lives. Just completely going out of their minds. And so after about 5 minutes, the teachers realized like kids are shaking, wetting their pants, like all on the cell phone to their parents going, "Mom, I love you. I'm not going to make it." All of a sudden, like, they go, hey, we're just joking. It's just a drill. Psych. And they said that...
oh, my God.
And then they tried to make it like a learning thing. Like, this is the great thing about teachers. Even when they F up, they try to go, okay, let's talk about what just happened.
What can we take from this experience?
Yeah, let's try to learn something about, what's going on here. Like, what did you just experience? What kind of fear? And what would you do if it really was a gun attack? After they realized that
I would have done exactly what I did, wet myself and cower in the corner.
Yeah, after they really literally just like mentally scarred these kids for the rest of their lives, they're like, hey, can we learn something from this right now? It's like, we learned that you guys are idiots.
We learned that you guys we need to switch schools.
Oh, man. And so obviously, the parents are completely, completely furious.
Yeah. Coming up.
Right. Crazy started happening. Yes! Da, da, da. George.